Hello, people of YouTube, welcome back. So yeah, we've had a bit of a change around. We're down in front of where the magic happens, in front of the console center. So seems to be the thing at the moment. Everyone moving around on YouTube, moving around the game rooms, and yeah, why not? Let's go for it. So change is good as a rest, they say. So yeah, I've been teasing for a couple of weeks now. Another big box from Craig, and yeah, flipping heck. This one caught me off guard a little bit. So me and Dylan, I can't remember, was it before Christmas or after Christmas? I can't remember. I think it was just after Christmas. Had a little jaunt down to where Craig lives, and we had a lovely time around town, and we did a bit of purchasing as well. Craig stuffed his car boot full of stuff, and yeah, I made some purchases. Most of them were like already pre-arranged. But yeah, he teased me and got me a few more in there. So been in his pockets for the last 6 months. No wonder I've got no bloody garden. I've just been buying games from Craig. But it's worth it. It's worth it. I tell you, some corkers in here. So as I've started doing, we go in older to newer. Yeah, there's some good stuff in here, I've got to say. Let's show you. This is... Oh, it's not a banana box, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, you can see a few PS2 games there. Yeah, let's put this down here without destroying everything and have a quick sip. So, I've been trying to beat bloody UN Squadron all this year. From New Year's Day to now, and I still can't beat it. Do my head in. Right. Right, let's get this one. This one was added to the collection. To be honest, I thought he sold this game, so it's nice to get Bare Knuckle for the Mega Drive. So this is Streets of Rage. I bought the second one off him. I didn't realise he had the first. All nice and complete as it should be. Yeah, good condition. 9 out of 10. You can see there's a bit of wrinklage, but yeah, what a classic game. I mean, how do you not know what this is? Even the bare knuckle name, I'm sure everyone knows in the UK what it is. Yeah, just classic. And is this better than the original artwork? I think it is. I think it is. I think on the second one I don't agree. I think the English one definitely trumps that one, but like the original bare knuckle, wow, what a lovely looking cover. I just need the third one next, and then I've got Subset Complete, which I don't think is going to be happening anytime soon. But yeah, first one got from Craig. That was a lovely little ad, and one I actually thought I got another time, and it is Sammy, which is Fire Shark, but it's not the same name. That's a bit of a weird little jokey thing, but yeah, this is basically Fire Shark. So we played this at the beginning of the year, and I gotta say, enjoyed it thoroughly. Managed to one credit clear it, although I didn't do it on my bloody capture. I actually played it on the PS4, a PS4 emulated version of this. I did try and stream it, and yeah, I didn't quite get it. Went all to pot near the end, but yeah, fantastic game. Like I say, sometimes when you just put into these positions of like playing the games and doing it properly, not just like a 1 or 2 runs, like actually playing it, it makes you appreciate it. So yeah, I might actually pop this in soon and see if I can beat it again. See if the Japanese, well actually it would be the Japanese version I would have probably have played actually. But yeah, cool artwork. I just love that spine. Look at that spine, it's flipping classic. Love to get all the Toplan collection all nicely lined up like that. Next up, another shooter. Can you believe it? And it's Forgotten Worlds. Classic game. I mean, I think we've all played this one way or another, on the micros, on the Amiga, PC Engine. Probably not as many people on the PC Engine, but yeah, I think where most people played it is definitely the Mega Drive. And look at that cover, flipping heck. Capcom really knew what they was doing. It is Capcom, isn't it? Where's the Capcom logo? It is Capcom. Why am I thinking that? But yeah, it seems very synonymous with Sega as well. Forgotten Worlds. Mainly, I don't know why. Really, I guess it didn't come on the SNES, so people think of it. This would work so well as a SNES shooter. So if you don't know what this is a side-scrolling shooter that you have like a multi-directional shot. So that can get quite frustrating sometimes having to play it, especially if you're doing it on the PC Engine with a 2-button pad. But fortunately, they rectified that with a 3-button pad, which makes it a bit easier because you can rotate a little bit easier. But yeah, imagine being able to just shoot out like with a SNES pad, and you've got your directions on your other controller. That'd be amazing. I wonder if anyone's ever done a port of it. That would be great. I might actually have a look into that. But yeah, fantastic cover on that. That is just like bloody beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Next up, we have got one that I've been wanting for a while. The price has always put me off, which it seems to. I'm sure it was never as expensive as this. I sold the PAL version of this for like about half of what I paid for this, and Craig gave me a great deal. And it's Arrow Flash. Look at that cover. I mean, this is probably one of my top Mega Drive covers. Absolutely think it's stunning. There's like this, it's nice and pastel. I always think it's sun faded, but like I've seen ones that are a lot more sun faded than this, and yeah, absolutely great. Another tuber, I'm not going to ruin his pickup. He picked it up on eBay, and I was like, Craig, can you match that price? And he did. Thankfully, Craig, because yeah, some of the prices it has been selling for, I'm like, bloody hell, this is stupid. What's going on? Because they're like 4 times what I sold my Power One for. But yeah, cheers for that, Craig. Really pleased, because I've never actually got around to playing it. It's one that I don't know why. I think the PAL cover was really uninspiring, so it never really made me want to play it. But this one, oh my god, it just makes me want to pop it in right now. And I don't know why I've not actually played it yet. However, one game that I have played, and again, this is crazy expensive. I can't even believe it. Super Fantasy Zone on the Mega Drive. Yeah, it's a Mega Drive game. If not many people probably know, but Sunsoft did a line of Mega Drive games in these smaller cases with these really small, cute manuals. I think there's about 8 of them, although there's only probably about 4 of them that you'd really want. Batman probably the next one I would love to get, but because it's such a small little niche subset, people are wanting a lot of money for them. Again, I think when I was looking at these before, because I was thinking about doing a subset quite a while ago, because I thought it was quite nice and easy, you probably could have got the whole subset for about 120 quid. Now you can't even get this for that. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, it's a really good game. Really good game. I was playing it the other day, and it's always the bosses that really destroy me. The levels itself are just a cakewalk, but yeah. The cartridges on these Sunsoft ones as well, I'll just have a little show and tell. They're a little bit different as well. So obviously the fundamentals are the same, so they work in your Mega Drive. But yeah, they're a little bit different. They're a little bit more ribbon. They've got a bit of ribbon on the side. Yeah. Still susceptible for the old glue peelage, but I mean, these games are like 30 odd years old and have been stuck down with old glue onto a rounded edge. So I mean, can you expect them to survive that, really? Yeah, really pleased to get these. Again, I know a few people know that I've got this, and they're like wanting me to get the bloody whole subset. Which I think one of them's like a Mahjong game or something, which obviously I don't really want. And I think one may be a horse racing game. Next up, we have got a game for the PC Engine. Actually, this probably should have been before Mega Drive, but never mind. Another shooter, another classic that probably a lot of people have played before, and it's Saint Dragon. So this game, I've had it I've never really enjoyed this. I played this originally on the Amiga, and yeah, it's just not. I don't really like it. So basically, this basically like a snake on the old 3310, except you've got like this weird like laser shot. And then you can use your body to shield, I think. But I don't think I ever did it like that when I was playing it as a kid. So maybe adding that tactic into the game now, I might enjoy this a little bit more. So yeah, this puts me one step closer to the shooter set on the PC Engine. Really not too far to go now. I think it's single digits. But I said that before and I've added stuff. Next up, right, well, we got PS2 and I forget how much I actually got. It's no wonder I was in his pocket for so long. And yeah, all this PS2 to show. So can you guess what the main category of them are? So we've got absolute classic. It's the Psycho collection. So this is I think I can't remember what we call it. So it's Sengoku Blade and Sengoku Ace, but I think we call it something else in the UK on the PS2. So these actually came on 2 discs on the PAL system, and this comes as a joint disc in Japan, and this probably costs about the same as them 2 games currently. Crazy. I mean, people say Japanese games are supposed to be cheaper, but absolutely not. None of these have been cheaper than the PAL versions, even with like the great prices that Craig let me have. But yeah, another, like I say, these are good games. I'm not as much of a fan of them as the next Psycho game collection, which is Strikers 1945 1 and 2. This game you can get for about £5 in PAL, and I wholly recommend everyone does, because I'm not really into like the sort of like the War Machine sort of like style of shooters so much. However, this has got like that sci-fi edge to it as well. When you get to play it, you realise it's you're playing against like big warships and stuff like that. That like, yeah, definitely not cemented in reality, but yeah, absolutely quality game. And when I was pricing these up, it was like my eyes were watering, I've got to say, because I know how much the PAL version costs. I need to adjust myself. Oh my goodness, my legs are going dead. I don't know how these people do it, sat on the floor. Right, next up, another absolute classic that I needed back in the collection, and it is Gradius 3 and 4. Yeah, another one that we got in PAL territories. However, it's got, I think it's the same image. However, it's just presented in such a nicer way in Japan. Of course it is. Everything looks nicer in Japan, doesn't it? So, yeah, absolutely classic. Needed this in this set. Can you tell what I'm going for? Next up, we have got another game, Homura. Yeah. This game, to be honest, I've had this on the PAL system as well. Again, this probably costs about the same as the PAL one. Maybe this one costs a little bit more. But yeah, this one, it's a vertical shooter, and that is about as much as I know. I have played it, but I can't really remember too much about it. But like the cover on the Japanese version, so much more cooler. Just realised this has crashed. This doesn't like being left alone. I don't know why. Where's the controller? Is it just... never crashes when you play it. It only crashes when it just... when you stop playing it. Next up, Cyvaria. Now, this one I have played quite a bit. I think this one originates on the Dreamcast. We only had this on, sorry, Cyvaria 2. We only had this on PS2 PAL. Another fairly cheap game, another good game, but like the visuals are a little bit lacking, I find, compared to like sort of like the Psycho shooters and everything like that. However, I know a lot of people really rave about this game, saying how good it is and stuff. So I need to put probably a bit more time in it, especially I do like the look of this. So so this is the ultimate final version, and the reason why it says that, there's like I think there's like 6 different versions of this. Maybe there's Cyvaria 1 and this is Cyvaria 2. But yeah, yeah, I don't understand what all the different versions are, why it needs to have that. But I thought I'm not going to go for a complete shooter set for the PS2. But having like the base games is enough for me, and having the ultimate final version to me is the logical choice. Next up, another Dreamcast game that came onto the PS2, and it's Gigawings Generations. So again, another one that is on the PAL. Again, wow, this is an expensive PAL game. And I think this is equally maybe the same. Maybe this one is actually a little bit cheaper, but not much. But yeah, these games are really good. I say really good, like they're really interesting. They've got like a very unique mechanic. Because the Dreamcast games, they're sort of like vertical shooters, but you can't play them in the tape mode. You'd have to have it on the Yoko. Oh, Pocky wants me. Hello, Pocky. You want to say hello? No? Yeah, so absolutely fantastic game. Need to put more time into it. The second one is absolutely brutal. I can't get anywhere in that game. It just destroys me on the first screen. Next up, one that I can't wait to actually play, and it's Chowaniki. There's probably some other name for it as well, but Chowaniki PS2. I think a lot of people now know what Chowaniki is, but yeah, it's a crazy homoerotic PS2 shooter that is just absolutely a joy to play. Probably it's not going to win any. Oh, hello, shit, there she is. She can see herself. Can you move out of the way? She just wants to get a bit on the Chowaniki action, don't you, Pocky? That's what it is. Yeah. So, what I was going to say, you disrupted me. I can't. You've lost my chain of thought. So yeah, can't wait to play this game. Basically, fantastic game. And another game which is quite unique again. Another Psycho double pack. Again, for some reason, in PAL territories, we got these separately. Maybe they would have done a lot better if they were sold like this. So we've got Soul Divide and Dragon Blaze. I've been playing Dragon Blaze quite a lot just recently. Really trying to get used to the mechanic. You're basically on the back of a dragon, but you can fire your dragon out. And then you're a bit more... I think you're more powered up. I can't remember now. And basically you're a bit more vulnerable. And then you've got Soul Divide, which is like it's not many Psycho games that are sort of like side scrolling, but this one is, and like it's very unique. It's almost like a beat 'em up rather than a shooter, because you got a lot of like melee attacks. But yeah, these are so cool, like in the sort of the realm of fantasy that I really enjoy. Like I'm surprised more shooters didn't go that way. Another game that was on the PAL systems. Basically, I've just got all my PAL games back. Although there's one more, but I thought I actually had, but I didn't. Gunbird 1 and 2, absolutely classic set of games. And yeah, what more can be said? Like these games are probably £5-10 quid on the PS2 on the PAL. It's like a must buy. They're a lot more expensive if you buy them on the Dreamcast and the Saturn. But that being said, just get it. Just get it while they're cheap. The cheapest chips on the PS2 on the PAL, and they're a must play. Again, it's sort of like high fantasy, sort of steampunky, sort of like world settings. And again, I put so much time into these games just because I just love playing them. And I love the fact Psycho games sort of like always give you that sort of like rotation of 1 of 4 levels, and then like they change it up until you get to until you beat them 4 levels, and then the levels after that are fixed. But it just kind of keeps the game a bit more like flowy. Like you don't feel like that repetition as much as other games. And then obviously the stages actually get harder and harder for each stage. So level 1, the first level you choose, well, it chooses for you, is quite easy. But then it gets harder if it was the stage 2 one, and then a bit harder again. So it really mixes up the game quite uniquely. Next up, we've got Trizeal. Yeah, one that I'm not a massive fan of. I actually have this on Steam. That's the only way I've actually played this game. So again, I was playing on a laptop on my side. How I was playing this. So maybe I'm going to enjoy it a lot more when it's on the PS2, if that screen ever works again. And then the last PS2 pickup is R-Type Final. Fantastic game. I've been playing this since I got it, and I was never really a big fan of it when I first got it. When I first got it, it was like quite early on in my PS2 collecting, about 10 years ago, and it was just really hard. I couldn't get anywhere with it. I've been playing R-Type Final 2 a lot, and going back to R-Type Final 1, the graphics on this blow R-Type Final 2 away. This is such a better game than the PS4 counterpart. It's crazy. Yeah, R-Type Final that's never final, because we've got 3 of them now. Next up, so I'm gonna have a bit of a drink. My legs have gone dead. I'm probably never going to do this way again. Next up again, the reason why I've got this game running in the background, basically, I bought a load of dolls. So Craig's been teasing these for a while, and when I bought this game off him, I knew about these, and it's like, well, now you got that, you need to get these. And I was like, well, how much? And well, because they're so rare, it's, how do you put a price on them? So yeah, these cost me probably too much for the enjoyment. So yeah, like I say, I just got a load of dolls. So this is a full set. Pocky's like, can I have these? Can you open them up and let me have them in my gob? Can you move over there? People want to see my madness. So yeah, these are the first 2. They're the second 2. Some saucy action on that big one. I think the big one was that. I think Craig said that's the rarest one to get. And then we've got these 2. So I've got a lovely place I've got in mind to put these up, because what I'll do is I'll probably pin them up, and then they can hang on the wall. So these are going to look great in my cave corner. Can't wait to have the cave corner set up. But not only that, he was watching my game room tour, and I said I've got like a section of toys where they're all a bit wonky and they all fall over a little bit. So he's got me this Stormtrooper, and the reason why it falls over a bit is no feet. So I actually don't think I've got a Stormtrooper, so yeah, that'll go well. So thanks for that, Craig. Yeah, I love like little things like this, like little oddities. But last but no means least, we've got a book, and it is the Stateside Gradius. Stateside? Shooting Game Side. I think this is by the Gamist. Is it Gamist? Whatever. Gamist Mook. That's it. I think that's who makes these. Who do the magazines. All in Japanese. But like, I had to have it. Like, I'm loving Gradius at the moment, and I didn't even realise at the back we've actually got Otomedius on the back. Didn't realise that. So yeah, it's like a double ender. So we've got Gradius and Otomedius, which I suppose is in the same line of games. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do a Gradius video. I am, and this is going to help me with learning about the game. Yeah, so it's not quite an art book. It's more like, it would be really good to have sort of a way to read it. And I don't know that you can use Google Lens and everything like that, but it's not quite as easy as that, is it? So anyway, I better get down here. Me and Pocky, she wants to go for a walk. I think that's what it is. Is that what you want? We're going for a nice little walk. So I'll see you guys later. Peace. Oh, thanks again, Craig. I know I've said it probably quite a lot, but really appreciate all this stuff. So thanks again, Craig, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.